Folks, Black Bull Markets have 10 merch packs to give away to clients who sign up before the end of the year, including one of these trader keys. So to go in the draw, all you need to do is sign up with the link below this video or in the podcast description, and you'll go in the draw to win. It's that simple. And remember, folks, when you sign up to Black Bull Markets through the Trading Nut link below, you're going to get a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000 on your first deposit. All you need to do is click the link in the description below the video or the podcast.
Morning, mate. How are you? Yeah, all right. Had a rough sleep last night. Every not more than an hour at a time. Yeah, it was Maddie. So I was doing some emails and things late. Then got to sleep. Went to bed at 11:30. Woke up. She started kicking off at like 12:15. And then I just remember seeing the clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And then she was just too awake. So just got up and then put her in the gym, entertained her a little bit, cleaned her. She refluxed a little bit on herself. And then, yeah, it's a rough one last night. I don't know. That's half the problem. Then you got to deal with the mother. So she was also very grumpy. So confident from both sides. Anyway, today's a new day. So let's have a quick look. How did everyone go yesterday? Yeah. Yesterday was amazing for moves. So a little bit bummed out. I got in the stream, got into this buy, and then I got basically stopped out by only a couple pips. So got into the buy at this point. Where's my pen? Wasn't on this time frame. 5 minute, 3 minute. There it was on the 3 minute. So this candle price came down. Was looking for it to bounce off around this area. This was the liquidity candle. Got into the trade right here. Price pushed up nicely. Secured 40% around this point. Price came down. This time I moved my stop to break even. So this just tagged me out. really annoying. Then price moved away. I didn't really touch it for a while. So then just sort of watched it just drift and drift and drift. Then it was when we got to about this area. I was waiting to see what it was going to do. Was it going to bounce off of this area, this New York low from previous, or this Asian 50%? And then it didn't. It just grinded. So I quite liked that. I like the look of that. So I didn't actually take a trade again inside this bit, but I did like when price did pull back in the New York session to give it a go. And I especially had a really good trade on NAS. Let me show you NAS. Okay. So everything was just straight bullish yesterday. And it was a tricky one to navigate because there was no news. So I was kind of waiting to see like what was going to come to like cause this drive. And I didn't really see anything in particular. So if someone does know or have a reason why, I didn't even check the market updates. NAS was an excellent one. Hey, Thorsten, how are you? NAS was an excellent one. So NAS did the same drive up. And during this day, I flagged this area. And I was like, you know what? I really like this. At the time, price was looking like this. And I saw we've got the the current New York low of the day. New York Stock Exchange was this candle, these candles. So I did take out the New York low, but we hadn't really dipped into the London session too much. So I had this area flagged. I was like, this area stands out a lot to me. It's around the London 50%. We've got the monthly level here, and we've got a little bit of structure here just underneath the New York low. So I didn't think that this New York high was going to be, I thought we were going to have some pullback at some stage. So I was pretty keen to trade it down to that level, and then I was pretty keen to trade up off that level. The moves were far bigger than I expected. So I got the sell because I usually look for a move between 4 and 5 o'clock UK time, which is the London close trade. At 5 o'clock, on the 5-minute candle, this is the candle that I saw. Okay, this candle right here. So there's a little rejection candle. And that one was at 4:30, 4:35. So executed on that one. And actually, I held most of the trade to here, secured. Really was thinking I should have just done nothing. I was actually watching something with my partner, and I knew I should have just left the phone with the alerts on just to see where the price got down to my price point. But I couldn't help but look and see what it was doing. So I saw when price was really ripping down. And I was like, I just couldn't help myself but close basically the majority of it. It was around the London high-ish area. And then I was like, yep, done. I'll just leave it to the hands of the gods. And I couldn't believe it was only like, it wasn't even that much longer. Then I saw my alert went off. Where was it? So the alert went off. It triggered saying price had reached this level. I was like, because I had a couple alerts above, so I wasn't sure if it was the alert above that price had come back and stopped me out, but it actually hit my target and then hit the order that was sitting here, and price just rocketed away. Crazy. New all-time high. Kept on exceeding that new all-time high. This is the all-time high as well, by the way. Another reason why I was thinking that this is a good lovely place for a rejection. But geez, man, just hundreds of pips. So all the way down, all the way up. So I made my withdrawal last night. So I'm done. I'm literally done. I was going to buy in. Just thought like this, we're just going to keep on going up and up and up and up now. So I was really keen to make the withdrawal and then buy into, like, just buy some ETFs with it. and my code wasn't working to my phone to log into other. So I could log in, but I couldn't. I've got to buy credits to make a. You can only buy credits to make a purchase. You can't just purchase and then. You can't just purchase with you can't deposit into your account and then purchase with the money in there. You need to buy credits that you use to then use your money in your account. And I couldn't get the code to come through to get those bloody credits. So I had to be on emails with them because it's an Australian company. They didn't get back to me until like through my night. And then I need to set up the authenticator app a bit better. Because I can't rely on the phone text to come through to the UK sometimes. Anyway, beautiful trades. Gold was amazing as well. I was saying I was keen on gold yesterday to buy. It was so low. We're down to these like near 2,000 mark. So I was saying, I'm really keen to be buying this one. Had a little buy on it, but I wasn't watching. I was watching the indices, and then also had Euro Aussie sells, which I was also keen on. So we saw from up here. And it was it just dropped, heaps. So yesterday was a fantastic day. Really, really happy with yesterday. Thanks, Len. Ivan, hello. How you doing? Okay, some questions. Good morning, beginner trader. Teacher, you're in DAX buys. Cool, good one. All right, let's see where we're at there then for today. We are looking at German. We had retail sales that gave German a pop. Huge miss in the retail sales. Massive miss. Kind of thought that was going to happen because the city's been quiet. The city has been really, really quiet. And I remember not last year. Not the Christmas just gone. Well, it is the Christmas just gone. But I remember what I'm trying to say is the Christmas before that the city was just packed. It was really just not fun to go in. And I usually go for a part of my walk. I'm really close to the city. So I walk into the city, walk around. And it was just really not enjoyable to walk in the city because it was so busy. Last Christmas, just gone, the lead up to Christmas was quiet. So not surprised retail sales for December just taking a massive hit. Huge miss. Anyway, that's really positive for the case of Bank of England to cut rates. Maybe they're not going to do that, but at least it's a data set that's going to lead to those that narrative being pushed stronger. So what we've seen a pop in FTSE, German, but more importantly, a pop in FTSE. So huge push. Look, you don't normally get that kind of push in this yellow sections. Well, we had GDP news. We had pound news then as well. But normally it's not as aggressive. We normally get a small little pre-London session with FTSE, unless there's news, of course, at 7 o'clock. But the reason for this is case for lower interest rates leads to a weaker pound, and most of the country businesses in the UK 100, their income is in US dollars. So a weaker pound is better for profits. So you see, if you see pound go down, you see FTSE go up generally. So nice move. Hope someone saw it, caught it. For German, we're in a huge correction phase now. Now the question is, we pushed down. This was the green area that we flagged as a buy zone just a couple of days ago in our streams. Price has just since basically tapped down, pushed into it, and then it's just had an almighty correction again. So we are sort of in this area. So the question was, are we going to be able to get back into this range? We sort of sat there just underneath. I'm wondering, the question I have is, I quite like this area on the lower time frame. So if it wasn't for that initial that news, that pop, I was actually pretty keen for see price come down into this like New York 50% London high area from yesterday. And then I'm still keen for that, actually. To take buys from here to go long. So that's what I'm kind of hoping that price does, just fade out that news. And then London can actually just do a bit of a fake out and then come back down, bounce off this area, and then we go up. So I don't want to get trapped into early buys, buying the high. Because you look at the daily candle. In the daily candle, we've had barely any pullback. So I mean, it could just keep the size of this candle. It may just make no pullback and just keep on going north. And I'll probably miss the move because that move happened too early. But I would like to see a bottom wick, even if it's just down to here. So momentarily flip bearish, hit this zone, and then flip bullish, and then we close inside of here, and then next week we play inside of this range. That's what I'd like to see. Why this area as well? If you go to the 15-minute or lower, what I like is we've got, maybe it's clear on the 5-minute. It's kind of like a pocket. So see how you've got nice little empty space here, then clean candle, and then we've got this drift. Okay, then price pushes up. So this drift to me looks like a lovely little area of liquidity for us to tap into. Really, really like to see that happen. So that's kind of the area that I'd flagged. But saying that, I flagged that area when price was here, and then we had that news, and the news just shot up. So now it's kind of looking less likely, but that was the idea at the time. Yeah. What are you guys' thoughts? Oh yeah, Joe. Yeah, someone mentioned that last week. The thing with the farmers still in Germany with their tractors. Gold is firing on all cylinders. Anyone take advantage of gold yesterday after we were saying like to basically just buy it? Gosh, you're a quiet bunch today. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. NAS is, Yeah, there's near that New York high. NAS has just smashed the all-time high. Yeah. It was only literally a couple of days ago, literally 2 days ago, and this candle was like this. Let me. Oh man, why is everything there so slow? I know why, but it's annoying. Okay, only 2 days ago, this monthly candle was like that. How quickly things change. So now it's back. I was saying that if January is good, it bodes well generally for the year. Generally, not always. But this is going to be this could be a massive year. We thought last year was big, given that it increased. NAS increased from January. This was January to December. NAS put on 44% of the total market value. You can imagine like just how overvalued everything is. And it's kind of looking scary that this could look parabolic. Like we look at it and we think every time we've had a correction, the pullbacks, every time we've had a correction, the move after has been stronger. So imagine this. We've had the COVID correction. This could just go boom. All right, come on, German. Pull back to our zone, and I'll look to buy. Well, I've already been on the other side of one argument today. And it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning. Had a pillow thrown at me. Well, had a pillow thrown on the couch. Okay. It's London that's going to do the business. So let's see what it does. Do they just buy, or they pull back, manipulate price? Another option that I'll look at is London open with no bottom wick, just going straight up. And then I don't really want to short it, but if it does happen, London opens, goes straight up with no bottom wick. I'll do a little bit more analysis now. There are a couple levels, but it was a little bit unclear. Because at the time I was thinking, I was hoping that the price would just go down. So I didn't want to plan for sells. But if London opens, no bottom wick, I'll look to trade back down to the London where it opened. Because that's usually a fairly safe play. But it's not the trade I want to take. But it may just be the trade I have to take. So if that's the case, I'll show you why I didn't really want to look at that. Is because this was the New York high. That was an area that's always going to be of something. We already tapped it. But now I've got to analyze this rubbish. And I really don't like the look of this. So it's just not clear to me. I guess we've got Asian low. That probably lines up with the New York 50, actually. That will be very close to that. So maybe I'll just do a shortcut and take that. Okay, so This is your New York, more or less your New York 50%. Okay. So if that's the New York 50%, here, Asian low, and it's pretty much a London 50% as well. So not a bad spot for price. If it's above here, we've got clean traffic, which could be scary. Now, the option is, do you want to trade up to that level as well? Do you want to buy the high of the day for another 40 pips? It's kind of looking likely, isn't it? Already been burnt once, taking a trade before London Open, where I was hoping that was going to, it was on this day. Yeah, it was here, right here, this thing. This is where I took that loss. Only loss this week on this account from Monday, anticipating that this was going to push straight up. It didn't. Went straight down. All right. Thoughts, guys? What are your trade plans? Go to all chart view, all time view rather. 15 minutes. I'll do the 30-minute down here. 15-minute top left. 5-minute top right. 3-minute bottom right. I do wonder as well if it will follow something like this. Hey, Tom. Something like this, and then have like the reaction. Don't know how this leg go down will go, but something like this. Break up, come down, push up, then actually hold, and then go up. We'll see. Oh, yeah? I hope that's what happens, to be honest. What do you think? Are you leaning to buys or sells for London Open? You're going to watch it? Yeah. Yeah, good input though. It's good idea to go check out the last time it happened. I find well, if Friday could be a little bit messy, but I find London often corrects those kind of moves. Cars of travel. What about gold? Gold, I'm bullish on. Very bullish. I've been speaking all week about being bullish. So, the move when it came down, the best opportunities was when it was down at 2000, between 2002 2004. A little bit tricky to get in because it was there at the end of the day, end of the trading day, like the end of the New York session. So you'd have to pay swap fees, which aren't cheap on gold if you wanted to hold. And I wasn't sure if it was going to dip a little bit lower, so I wanted to wait for Asian session at least. But then when it was like 2007, and it started pushing up. Now trading at 2030, you missed the move should be in. But I'm bullish on it. You know, I think we'll keep on going. I think we'll have a bumper year. So this is amazing move. Amazing move up. So I'm very, very bullish on gold. But you don't want to buy the highs when it's moving like this. You want to wait for it to like establish itself, maybe do a little fake out, and then look to keep on going north. Yeah, yesterday I was in gold. It wasn't a big position. All right, come on. Really love to see it just drop and drop and drop. So this move up now, bets are off because of the last this last couple of minutes. If we're settling here at this point for London Open, I would have said a good chance of prices pushes straight up. But this is why I don't like entering just before London, because the last 5 minutes has been, has really changed the shape of the 15, 30-minute candles. So it's better to wait. Oh, good one. You want to go yesterday? Yeah. Yesterday was the move when we're down near the 2000. I think 2000 is the floor for this year. Anytime it pulls back down to there, I think you got much better upside. Okay, here is the open in 15 seconds. So again, my main trade that I want to take is buying from this area. All right, this is the open. The tricky thing with German and German more is having these poor retail sales and numbers coming out of this Europe and UK zone. One hand, you're going to have investors are just so keen to see that because they're going to say, "Oh, we're going to cut interest rates sooner," and that's going to be really good for the stock market. And the other narrative is recession, which is bad for the stock market. So there is always going to be these mixed signals. You're never sure which current is going to take the market on the morning. So it's always got to tread carefully. Never risk more than you should. Plan your areas. Was there a hint that Fed was going to begin QE? Yeah, they've been doing it. They've been doing it the whole time. In different channels, they've been doing stealth QE with their mainly through their bank bailout program. Hey, morning, Don. Oh, sorry, I saw your question regarding OBEX. I was going to say I wasn't quite sure what you meant. The algo is trading more at OBEX. Do I teach? Yeah, I teach trading in my group. It's not so much a course though. It's like it's not like a structured course. It's hours and hours of study sessions together, and like just consistency, repetition. There's heaps of courses out there. Oh, options. Yeah, that's today, isn't it? I'm not too sure. One thing I was thinking about, which could explain a lot of the flows, like the burst of activity yesterday, was the way that the US do their payments, and a lot of the times it's in the mid month. You see a lot of them deposit into their 401ks, which is technically, it's like our pension fund in Australia, our superannuation. Like most supers or pension funds are geared into the stock market. So if you're seeing like payments come through for the first month of the year, halfway through the month, a lot of times they will deposit into their 401k, which will then be buying the stock market essentially. Obviously, it's a mix how they've got it set up, but that can give that boost mid-month. And yesterday was pretty much one of the mid days. We'd also seen the VIX spike up, which is calculated loosely on options, I believe, on gathering the options. So we had seen volatility in the VIX index, and that also it pulled back a little bit yesterday. You see, like these rises, then it started to pull back a little bit late, and we're starting to see it drop off a bit today. Only a little bit. It's pretty hard to chart this whole VIX index. So messy. Look at it. But when you get down to like below 13, below 12, that's really, really low number. So there's really low volatility. That's not volatility so much, but like low fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So it kind of made sense that there was going to be a rebound, especially, and then for equities, it's oppositely correlated. So we've seen that pullback in the equities. Oh, sorry, over here. And then prices just boomed again. So, oh well. Okay. So London didn't open with no wick, which is a little bit annoying because that's a gift when it does that. Oh, and Don, if you just arrived, if you didn't see before, I'm looking to buy from this purple area. Might have a bit of waiting to do. Yeah. Now, I've got two areas planned. I've got one area is here, and the other area is here. Now, the question is, I would like to trade off of. This is the one I prefer to trade from. I'd prefer just to wait and just take a buy, and that was my original plan. Now, do I want to trade to that level, or do I want to trade up to this level as well? If I see something that looks good from down here area, like if I see some price action where perhaps we're getting something pushing down, and then a wick up and then down, and then I see another one wick down and then push up. Like this, then to me, what that's done is, we've seen this a few times this week, to me that creates a range. Then if we're closing outside of that range, it needs a range in here a little bit. Then if we're closing outside of that range, then I'll be bullish until this is closed underneath. And I'd say there's a good chance now we push up to that level. It may even happen somewhere inside of this area. Is anyone brave enough to take this as a support being formed? Come on, drop. All right. Well, my YouTube people stay on. My Zoom people obviously stay on. It's very quiet. So Trading Nut people, if you're watching on the Trading Nut YouTube, I'm going to continue on mine. All right, HaydosFx on YouTube. But there's no questions coming through whatsoever, so I'm going to consolidate my attention. I'm going to take back one screen, and I'm going to get my. I'm going to put stuff on there, some news and things. So if you want to keep watching, you can go and find it. If not, I'll see you next week. Have a good weekend. My YouTube people, stay on. We're not done.